Hello, Christine here at the craft table. So I was watching YouTube this afternoon and I caught a video by two sisters who had just done a shopping trip at Hobby Lobby and had an amazing haul. They caught the die lot discounts right after they had been marked down. So they had like, I forget how many carts of yarn to sift through. And I think they filled up 5 bags, if I'm not mistaken, of yarn. And yeah, I watched the whole video and it was fun. They were so giddy with excitement. And this was, I love this yarn, and some, I love this cotton yarn, some really beautiful colors and yarns. And yeah, it was quite a haul. So, of course, I had to get down to my Hobby Lobby and check it out. This is the second video I've seen of people taking advantage of that die lot clearance. And I was just at Hobby Lobby in the middle of last week and I didn't see anything. So I thought, well, it's Monday already. Maybe something happened. So it's worth a shot to go by there. I had to go to Sam's Club, so I thought I'd stop on the way. And I got the tail end of what remained. I mean, whatever they put on clearance must have just flown out of that store because, like I said, I was there probably Tuesday or Wednesday of last week. And when I got there, there was maybe, I don't know, 30 skeins, and most of them were the little mini maker skeins. But wonderfully for me, a lot of the skeins were one of my favorite yarns is Yarn Be Soft and Sleek. So I found some deals. I spent a total of $10.77 on yarn, and the value was $56.37 if I had paid full price. So pretty cool. Now it was a little higher of a discount because I found a mistake on the register tape after I got home, and so I got a couple bucks extra in discount. It wasn't enough to get back to the store and tell them they made a mistake, so I'll let you know that in a minute. But yeah, so I saved $45. Pretty good. And spent 10. Well, yeah, I'll show you in a minute. Anyway, I got 2 of these dark gray Yarn Be Soft and Sleeks. Now, the skeins were a little bit messy, so I've tucked in the yarn where I could. But $1.24 regular, $4.99. And this is good yarn. I love working with Yarn Be Soft and Sleek, so I was really blessed to find this as the only yarn, in addition to the mini skeins, that was left there. Again, it's different dye lots, so I don't want to put them together, but I can certainly separate them with another color, so very cool. So I got those 2. Also in Yarn Be Soft and Sleek, I got one skein of sage, and same price and everything. This skein has 232 yards, 142 grams. It's a low pill acrylic, and it's machine washable and dryable, 4-weight medium yarn. So again, great yarn. And the other color I found was this beautiful chili red. Same line of yarn, $1.24 instead of $4.99. So great deal. I found a couple of other brands that I've never used before, but they feel wonderful, and it's Yarn Bee, and there are very few yarn bee lines that I have used that I did not like. So I really trust that line. And so this was also $1.24. It's called Easy Going, and it is 60% acrylic, 40% polyamide, machine washable on cold, tumble dry. It's a 4-weight medium and 175 yards in the skein. This was $1.24 also, regular $4.99. And this color is golden brown, and I got 2 of them. Again, they're different dye lots, so the color is a little bit off between the 2 of them. So I would definitely separate them with another color or use them in different projects. Another yarn I found is new to me as well. I've never used this. It's called Pearl Spun, and it looks beautiful. It's very tightly wound. It almost looks like a rope instead of the fuzziness of a yarn. It is a low pill fiber, 150 yards. The color's pearl, and it's 100-gram skein, machine wash, cold, tumble dry, low. It's also a 4-weight, and this was 99 cents, regular $3.99. So it's generally 75% off is what they do when they have these clearance sales. And the last yarn of the regular size skeins that I found was, I pretty much took everything that was left in the cart. I think I left behind a few of my very favorite yarn, but they're the donuts, and they were such a mess, and the color was white. And I just thought, they're already tangled up. And I mean, one of them was like, the end was actually, there was probably, I don't know, a few yards of the actual donut sitting on the bottom of the cart. And I thought, the chances of that yarn being stained are so high. So I didn't take those 2 donuts. But yeah, so I pretty much took everything else. This is Baby Bee Sweet Delight in the color Flannel Marled. It feels wonderful. I don't usually buy baby yarn, so this is also new to me. 377 yards of a 3-weight, 60% acrylic, 40% polyamide, machine wash and dry, and regular $5.99 for $1.49. Very pretty grayish heather type color. Lovely. And those are the regular skeins. The only other thing I found was a whole bunch of these little mini maker skeins. They are 60 yards, 30 grams, 100% acrylic. They were 24 cents each. So I figured even if I put 3 of them together, that's 70 cents or 75 cents pretty much for like 100, or what did I do? 6, I think 4, I was thinking 4 of them. 4 times 6 is like 240, 250 yards for $1, basically. So that's still a good deal. And so I just took as many as I wanted, and I got all these colors. What I'll probably do is just add them to my scrap bin that I'm using to make my scrap blanket. I'm doing a granny square join as you go scrap blanket with all different colors, and these will be perfect for that. And at 24 cents, how could I not pick them up? So I got, I think it's like 14, 13 different colors, doubles on a couple of them, and just pretty much any color you can think of. Orange, 2 oranges, or no, 2 yellows, and a blue and a green. Oops. Those 2. So real happy with all those. They will add some nice color to my scrap gown. And again, all that for $10.77. Now the error that they made when they rang, and this is kind of funny, I got 16 total of these little mini skeins at 24 cents each. She charged me for one. So she charged me 24 cents for all 16. So that came out to 2 cents per skein. So that was a really good deal. Now I would go back, but the difference is like $3.60. And I figured that's not worth their time or mine to go back and tell them they made a mistake. So I got a little extra discount for that. And that was my Hobby Lobby find today. So if you haven't been to yours lately, you might stop by and see if you can grab any of the wonderful 75% clearance yarn. It goes quick, that is for sure. So just wanted to share with you. And thanks again to the two sisters. I'll put a link to their video because it's a riot. They were so fun watching open and show all their yarn. Giddy is the right word for for them. And it's two sisters, so they were like finishing each other's sentences, and it was just fun to watch if you're crocheting and need some entertainment.